Every time, every
Good evening.
time.
Good evening.
Hi, Tasha.
It works for me too. I need it.
Yes,
Going
it
on
works for you.
cruise right now.
For those of you who are not able to see, Tasha does a very interesting dance before we go live. Hi, Tasha. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. I'm just so happy that it gives you the smile. That
It does.
it's worth it, you know.
It does. It does. It does. And good evening to everybody. Please let us know who's watching with us tonight. Talk with us. Tonight, we are talking about look how far you've come.
Yeah, man.
Woo! Good evening, Miss Nan. So good to see
Hey,
you
Miss
this evening.
Nan.
Good evening. So good. I mean, when we think about, do you sometimes just think like, man, wow.
I do. The first thing that came to my mind was about like when I wanted my first apartment, and it was like the best thing ever, right?
Right,
It was
right,
like,
right.
oh my God, this building that had been there for probably 40 years, right? Like 2,000 people had lived in this space, but I was like, this is the best thing ever. But I mean, look how far I've come from wanting an apartment.
So, okay, so let's just let everyone know what
Hi,
what
good
kind of
evening,
spurred.
Yvonne.
Hi, good afternoon. So good to see you. So, what spurred the conversation tonight? We got to show the people.
Yeah. You don't know, you about to know.
You about to know. You about to know.
As
This
our
right
producer is
here.
getting it up. All right, here we go.
Here we go. And I'm gonna hit play because we gotta watch.
A year ago, I had knee surgery. So
Can you hear it?
of last year,
I can. Can you?
So I am an ad for.
Damn it, man. Damn it, man.
You may have to like narrate for us.
So Oprah's got two new knees.
Yeah.
In
August.
2021.
August and November, right?
August and November.
Yep.
She walked up a mountain with her friends. Well, her daughters and Gail.
Yep. Look at that.
10 miles.
After 2 knee surgeries.
And she is talking about the goodness of God.
Hey Jeff, how you doing? He said share the audio through Zoom, but we're in StreamYard.
Yeah. Fancy pants. And so this is Gail, right? Gail, who has not had knee surgery and is younger, was having a hard time. She finished an hour and a half behind.
Yeah.
But what she's saying here is don't give up just because you're tired.
That's right. If my girl who just had 2 knee surgeries
right
keep going through the pain,
then I can keep going.
Then I can keep going when I'm tired.
Yeah.
Right?
So you see, we try to get fancy tonight by showing y'all some video.
Listen, A for effort.
A for effort. But listen, let's just talk about it. Like, because sometimes we're so focused on our future, right? And what we haven't gotten done, right. We haven't taken the time to look back and see just how far we've come. Good evening, Gail. Hey, Gail. So good to see you. Right. And so I think back and I say, I used to ride the 64 bus to Woodbridge Mall so I could work for about $4 or $5 an hour. And I was excited.
Right. Right.
I loved it.
I mean, it's one of the reasons that we celebrate those small wins, right?
Absolutely.
Because it is important for momentum to understand I've done well. Maybe I haven't accomplished the whole goal, but I've done well. And if you don't celebrate yourself, who will? Right?
Absolutely. And what I think Oprah shows us here is that health is wealth. If you got 2 bad knees and you're a billionaire, does it really matter? Like,
it doesn't.
Where are you going?
It doesn't.
It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. And so health being wealth, and she was on a gratitude hike. She was being grateful for everything that she had overcome. She had overcome being a teen mother. She had overcome being sexually assaulted and molested as a child.
All her business out here.
I mean, she put it out there, right? I mean, but think about it. When she was in Baltimore, they wanted her to change her name. They didn't like her hair. They said she was ugly. They said for her to leave to go to Chicago, it was going to. And look where she is. She's walking up her own mountain, 10 miles.
One of the things that she shared during the walk was that she looked at just every footstep, right?
Yes.
As a success.
Yes.
I wasn't looking at how far I had to go before I reached the 10 miles or before I got to the end. I was looking at each step and saying, and being grateful for being able to make that step, right, with her 2 new knees. And she was walking her own race. Like you said, the girls were in front of her and Gail was behind her. She was walking her own race and, you know, in her moment. Very important.
It is. And I think as we focus on those things that we want in life, and listen, these last few years have been difficult for everyone, right? Whether you were isolated, whether you actually had COVID, whether you lost someone from COVID, whether you lost someone during COVID and you weren't able to attend a funeral. I mean, like all the things, but whether you were not able to connect with your family, like, and that has had huge repercussions on many families and many people, but you've made it this far.
Yeah.
But my goodness, you made it.
One of the things that I can say about looking how far you've come, it lets you know how strong you are.
Yes, for sure.
And that you can keep going. So it's like, if I can do that, I can keep going. I shared with you the other day while we were talking about this that I went backpacking for 2 weeks. The hardest thing that I've ever done before in my life physically. And I couldn't believe it. Like I still can't believe it.
So
right?
let me just say, can we give a little context? I've now known you over 10 years, and this is the first time that I'm hearing a story that my friend went backpacking for 2 weeks in the woods with
in the mountains.
In the mountains. There was woods there, right? It's all the same to me. I don't even care. It's all the same. Because you had to bring your own toilet tissue, but you had to bring your toilet tissue out. Like it was that.
I mean, you're going into details. I was not one that's going to be carrying tissue around for 2 weeks, and so we did other things. Okay.
So Jeff says, "Nice. Where?"
North Sierra Mountains. Yeah.
You know what? I'm a special person. I didn't say nice where. I said why.
I read it. It was where.
Yeah.
But I was like Oprah. It was one of those things. So I don't want to get left behind. Okay.
Yes, I know that.
So I'm praying and walking because you're not gonna leave me out here in these woods, like you said. But I was told to prepare for this, right? And I didn't listen to the instruction. There's also a lesson in this tonight.
Okay.
Oprah didn't come out of surgery and take the 10-mile walk.
She did
right?
not.
She prepared for that 10-mile walk.
She did.
She walked a mile and then she added a mile. And then she added another mile, right? And so I was told to prepare. I was like, no, I got this, right? It was hard. It was really, really hard.
I'm going to take it a step better and say Oprah started with a vision. Because she says she meditates and she looks at this mountain every day when she meditates.
Mm-hmm.
And she was on crutches and she couldn't walk and she was going through physical therapy. And she said, what it would be like if I could go up that mountain. And so this was a goal of hers. So she had a vision.
Yep.
She set a plan. She had coaches and people up there with her.
Right.
She had gratitude. And she did it. And then she sang the praises of God. And listen, again, I got to go back and say, it don't matter how much money you got. If you don't have your health, it doesn't even matter.
You know what got me through, I think, was the accountability and support.
Yes.
I was with a group of maybe 10 or 12 other people, and the encouragement because someone else had been through it before, right? And they're like, oh no, you can do it. Or they're walking ahead of me and they can see where the traps might be, or, you know, where you need to duck or step higher. And so the accountability of the group was what kept me going. And I was not for sure looking at how much further I had to go. I was just like Oprah, praying every step.
Well, I'm going to look back to when I got my first apartment out of college. and it was apartment left because it was behind these people's house, and
Uh-huh.
you had to go to the back of the house to the left, right? It was a 1 bedroom.
Oh yeah.
I had a cot that I got, my mother and I got from IKEA.
A cot. It wasn't even a bed.
It was not a bed. It was a cot. I think I
Woo.
had a television. Listen, I was happy as a clam. I was happy. I had an old television in there, and and my living room furniture were a couple of pleather
Nicole said,
chairs.
oh my God, I remember that.
Yes, she was there. Nicole was there, and I had a couple of pleather chairs. Yes, actually in the city. Yes, but I had a couple of pleather chairs that the landlord let me use.
Mm, mm, mm.
I was called apartment left. I slept on a cot. I had a job. Okay.
But look at you now. Look how
I mean, I'm blessed to have more than one room, right?
and
but I would say my
important
rent was like $325.
Mm,
It was $325 worth.
that's
You know
nice.
what I mean? Right. I mean, and so, but look how far,
Yeah.
right? To have become a homeowner, to have become a homeowner multiple times, to have investment property. I say that not to brag, but to say, look how far we've come. And through accountability, right? You and I have helped each other achieve certain goals and do certain things and go further and past what we thought we could do on our own.
I mean, if you look at anyone who is successful, they've not done it on their own.
Right.
Oprah had coaches around her.
She had great lawyers.
I meant on the hike.
Oh, okay, that part. Yes, on the hike too.
Her girls were holding her accountable,
Yes.
right? You have had supportive people around you. I've had supportive people around me helping me get through it. And then once you reach the top or that plateau where you can look back and look over, then there's people to celebrate there with you. Like no one makes it to the top by themselves.
No.
Gotta have a partner.
Gotta have someone to hold you accountable. I appreciate you too. Because we have so much further to go. And it's 2023, and we're in the midst of planning our goals and seeing we're just taking advantage of every opportunity that's before us. And even our new workout challenge, right? We're now sharing our watches and pushing each other. And Nicole has joined us and getting this snapback right because the holidays were fantastic.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were indeed.
But we're paying for
I'm
that.
hurting right now. I'm hurting right now. I don't know if I'll be able to walk tomorrow, but it's
I
good.
mean, and so if you have a little group and like what we're doing is we're kind of just on occasion, we're just showing each other our watches and our workouts and what we've done and how many calories we burned. And, you know, Nicole came out and says, I'm doing over so many calories in a workout. I'm like, ooh, well, I guess I better step up. And then you came out today and you burned over 1,000 calories today.
Man. I was killing it today. I'm gonna be dead tomorrow, but I'm killing it today.
But listen, we have goals and we are always here to hold your hand and be your accountability partners.
Yeah.
And so if you are interested in us, the AQ partners, and being your accountability partner, please do not hesitate. You can reach out to us. You can go to our website at theaqpartners.com. You can always follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We've got some cool things coming and been doing some cool things. And so we hope you don't hesitate to reach out to us.
Listen, just drop us a line. Let us know what you're excited about in 2023. I hope you got our Happy New Year email. If you didn't, check your junk mail. Add us to your favorites.
Yes,
and all our messages.
And if you didn't see last week's show, Tasha and I did a coaching session. Like, if you want to know how we do it, this is what we do for ourselves. We ran it. Just go to our page. You'll see it. It's there. And it's a real live thing. It's really, you know, how we do it. And it was very good.
If I do say so myself.
If I do say so myself. It is a pleasure seeing everyone. Thank you guys for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.